Good morning to everyone out there in YouTube and soon to be Facebook land. We are here with the Monday morning thought-provoking change Zoom. We look forward to having you on the Zoom very soon. Go to www.thoughtprovokingchange.com, and we also have a Facebook page coming for this group as well. Good morning to everyone. We have my wonderful wife, Teach, aka Kate, Lisa Manzo, and JT.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Oh, all right. So we're going to answer a couple of questions this morning like we do on a regular basis. JT, you were here last week. As you know, Kate and I were at a funeral, so we were not able to make it. So we're actually going to jump back to a question that they had last week and re-answer it. That question is, if I could grant you one wish, what would you wish for? JT, take it first.
Okay. I would still wish.
And 3 more wishes doesn't count.
How about for infinite more wishes?
All right, same thing. I watched the video from last week.
See, you taking away my answers.
There is a real big reason why I jumped back to this question.
Then I really like what was said last week was the ability to choose the next right answer.
So you're going to steal Jay's answer.
Yeah, I like Jay's answer. That was brilliant.
I like that answer. That's really cool.
You're taking away my answer.
You're welcome.
Morning, Jay.
Jay, how are you?
I am doing fantastic, making sure my audio is all on here using wired headset. I haven't seen one of these forever.
Bright and early at 6 a.m. in Reno, Nevada.
It's still much more pleasant than Saturday morning, but yeah, here I am.
We got to come visit you sometime. I've never been to Reno.
Me neither.
It's a little bit slower pace than Vegas, just a little.
Very cool. Very cool. Got to check it out. All right. Our fire-breathing dragon has gone back to his fire-breathing photo. Lisa, what would be your answer? And Jay, we jumped back to question 116 from last week. If I could grant you one wish, what would you wish for? And your answer's already been stolen by JT. So, Lisa,
I want to jump on that answer as well. What a great answer that is. Just to know the next right thing to do. And remove the uncertainty. Yeah, that'd be kind of remove the uncertainty. Yeah, kind of going to go with that one.
Uncertainty about what, Lisa?
About decision making. Have the certainty of knowing what's the right thing and what to choose from, off the buffet.
Okay.
The buffet of life.
Buffet of life, yes. What should I choose off that buffet of life?
Well, on different buffets, if you go to the Wynn Hotel, their buffet is phenomenal every time. Be a great choice. Hey, what would your answer be?
Oh man, you're gonna make me change my answer?
Of course, JT stole it. Take it up with him.
If I had one wish, man, I like my other answer better.
I agree, Jay. I didn't know he was going to do this part.
If I had one wish, we would be moving on to the next question.
I like it. That's good.
Fair enough, baby. You might be muted because I could hear you say through the bedroom door, but I didn't hear it on here. You don't have the strike through microphone though.
You hear me?
Yep.
Okay. This one's hard. I guess my biggest thing is my focus with our kids and knowing that we are making the right decisions to help guide them without determining their paths. Knowing that we're making the right decisions. Not that we're going to make them all perfect, but knowing that we're not hindering them by what we're doing. That would be.
If I could grant you one wish, but you'd think that I'm throwing these off to other people so that I have time to think about it, and I'm really not. Not this time at least. I would wish for complete clarity with everything in life. Just clarity on how to raise the kids, clarity on what to do, the next step in business, the next step in life, the next step in where should Kate and I go for our anniversary next week to eat.
10 days.
To eat, right? That's
right.
funny.
Oh yeah. That's his focus.
Yeah, we're not going to the Win for their buffet. Too far.
I say Pounders Hawaiian Grill.
Heck yeah. He's had it fresh. There you go. Pounders, we're sending you a bill for the promotion on our site. Okay. If the last question that you guys had was 120, so 121. If you left this life tomorrow, how would you be remembered?
In memory. That's easy. It'd be memory.
Okay.
Why? What would I be remembered for? Why? You get to paint your own obituary here. You guys realize that's what he just did to us.
This is a tough one.
I'll go then.
All right.
So I would be remembered for my being courageous and just starting over so many times and showing people that it's possible no matter what age.
Very cool.
Yes, you would, Lisa.
If I could be remembered for, how would I be remembered? Here's my biggest thing. If I could be remembered as a good husband, as a good father, and as a true, honest, loyal friend to those that I consider a friend, I'd be happy. All this other stuff, cool. The Lamborghinis, all that stuff, cool. But all the other things just kind of pale in comparison.
Can I switch this around?
Sure.
Hey, Joe, what would you share about Jonathan if he was not here anymore?
You're pulling the Afia stump from several weeks ago.
I want to hear what other people think.
Summed up, I would say Jonathan's a real one. That he's really who he says he is. When he says he's going to do something, he does do it. I would say he's hilarious. Or was hilarious.
Quite go that far, Joe, but I get what you're saying.
I would say he picks a very early time to do this, and it's very tough for Joe to get up and do it sometimes.
9 a.m., dude.
Hey, you guys know how I function.
It's 6 o'clock to Jay. It's technically 6 o'clock to Lisa, even though she's here on the East Coast with us right now.
So they'd agree with me.
Yes. Absolutely. Definitely.
Yes.
What we are creating here is of value, enough value for everybody to wake up.
That is true.
That's why I'm here.
Me too.
I set 2 alarms, make sure I'm up in case I shut one off by mistake.
Jay, what would you say about Jonathan?
Oh man, he's full of life. He's a ball of energy. That's why he's probably always so damn hungry. Yeah, you can't hire me to do this though, huh? But no, yeah, full of life. Like I said, the ball of energy. He is charismatic. The energy around him is phenomenal. Is bigger than him. Everything he's done is, I think, really about being bigger than himself.
Thank you. Lisa, what about you?
Well, I would say Jonathan is very empowering in that there's a funness about him that I absolutely love. And you can be silly with him and then you can have that serious side and it can all roll into one and you can have fun while doing serious stuff. And it's really a cool thing. And that's really such a great ability to have. It's awesome. And I just love hanging around with Jonathan because even when we're serious, we're still having fun.
Absolutely.
It's my turn now. I would say, he is a take him as he comes kind of person. So you either love him or hate him. I obviously on the I love him side. He is an amazing father. He is a hard worker. He is determined. One of the biggest things is once he sets his mind to something, there is no stopping at all. It's either get on board or get out of the way because he's going to do it. We have so much fun. Everything draws back to just being happy and, living a life we love and loving the life we live and, focused around our family and what's best for us and our family. But that hardworking, never give up, I'm going to hit this goal, is a huge part of who he is. So.
Wow, very cool. That was a switcheroo, so we'll do it on everybody. Who's next?
I want to talk about Lisa.
Okay, Lisa, go ahead.
Okay.
So first off, how would you see yourself before we answer for you? How would you see yourself?
She did share.
I answered that already. But I'll give it back to you again if that's okay, Jonathan.
Yeah, please.
So I'm going to be remembered for having courage and the ability to change it up and till you find what you dream of or what you love, because I'm on my 5th or 6th career. I can't remember. At 40, I became a teacher. At 50, I became a nurse. And at 55, I became an entrepreneur. So, and that's where my heart is. And that's where I belong all the time. And just that it's, you can always follow your dream. It's never too late.
That's right. Yes, I apologize. Okay, go, baby.
For me, Lisa has the biggest heart, and she is always there for us. She picks us up at the airport, drops us off, all that, just as a friend. But I admire so much about how she continues to go against the odds. Lisa has made such a point to deprogram herself and reprogram herself in a positive way. And that is something that is very difficult to do. But to continue to do that for herself later in life is even more difficult. And she just keeps going at it. She continues to do that for herself and her kids. And you see it in everything she does is just wanting to better herself and better those around her. So
Thank
No
you.
No doubt. Jay, Joe, y'all know Lisa pretty well, right? Jay, you've met her at some of Marshall's event.
Yeah, Lisa and I have met once and spoken on the phone once.
Yeah, we're developing our relationship, right, Jay?
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's what this is really all about. We learn, we grow together. And when we have more people in here, we are building a community. We will be very familiar with each other. We will know, our likes, our wants, our desires. And your network determines your net worth. You
That's
never
right.
know who you are talking to that can take you to the next level. That is the whole premise of the community that we are personally putting together, is taking people where they're at right now to the level that they want to be at, to the level that they know they're supposed to be at. That's the whole purpose. We get to know each other on a one-on-one basis. Right now, there's 5 of us. Soon enough, there will be 15, then 20, then 50. And we will grow a community that benefits every single person. Lisa, she's determined.
Yes.
That is the biggest word that I have for Lisa. I've known you for going on a year and a half now.
Yeah.
And she keeps switching things up, and that's not in a negative way of, oh crap, this didn't work, let me jump to something else. I mean, when I say she switches things up, is she is just so hell-bent on succeeding. She is so headstrong on making sure she gets there, wherever that is. And we all know, because we are all entrepreneurs, where we are headed for right now is going to change. Is it
Yes.
not? Okay.
yeah,
We were just talking about her goals for this week with her new business. And she stayed up late night to say, I've already reached my goals for this weekend, but I just want to do a little more. That's the thing.
That's it.
All as entrepreneurs, which every one of us are, realize that is an ever moving goal. And Elise, I really commend you on the fact that you look at something and you say, that didn't work. Let me do something new. That didn't work. Let me do something new. That did work. Let me make it better.
Yep.
And that is the key to everything. So many people hit that roadblock and they stop. They say, you know what? This isn't for me. This just didn't work. Every successful person is standing on a pile of their mistakes. Gleaming Mountain of Success, as it turns out, it's just a big pile of garbage. And we are standing on it rather than lying under it. It didn't defeat us. It didn't defeat you, Lisa.
Now, and it won't, because I'm getting there, period. There is no, I'm getting there.
That's the thing. You just have to keep climbing on your pile of garbage and ultimately producing more garbage. But here's the thing, that's how you get there. That's how you get there. There is no entrepreneur in this world. Oh, wow, you have Chinese food jumping behind you too, Jay.
Have a growth. Censorship at its best.
There is no entrepreneur in this world that can sit there and say, you know what? Most everything that I have done, most everything that I have tried worked out. No, most everything that we try as entrepreneurs fails.
Yeah.
You fell forward fast. That's it. You become the laughing stock of what you're doing. Oh, look at Jonathan. He's such a moron. Look at Jonathan. He's really working on building up a Monday morning Zoom call, and 2 months in, he only has 5 people at it. Ha ha ha. Okay, just wait. Just wait, because I'll tell you, even though there's people not on here, people are watching this. People are being touched by this. People are learning. That's the same thing with you, Lisa. It's just like you're always going. You're never stopping. You keep pushing. You keep pushing. You keep pushing.
I'm the Energizer Bunny.
There you go. There you go. JT, Lisa, go ahead. Give us your thoughts.
I mean, I don't know Lisa too great, but I do know that she always shows up. I can say that.
It's a big thing.
Yep, I show up, and most people don't, which is interesting.
That's
Facts.
absolutely right. And when I sent out the chat about the new website and all that, there's only been one person to sign up. Lisa beat everybody to it, putting in her
That's right.
information there. She shows up. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
I showed up, I signed up, and that was it. I was like, this, you asked me, yep, I'm participating full out here. Everything, I'm in.
Let's do it. Everybody's going, right? Jay's going. JT, Kate. All right, so let's pick on Jay now. The question, once again, for you to answer first is, if you left this life tomorrow, how would, you know what? You said memory, so you have answered. Has everybody answered?
I don't think Joseph answered.
Yeah, I don't
Even
have
though-
my answer. I don't know. How would I be remembered? Maybe as that fire performing guy.
All right, perfect. Here we go. Let's pour into Joe. Let's pour into old JT, because there's so much more to your little bald headed basketball playing self than just fire. Who wants to take it first? Kate?
I'll go first.
I will.
Okay, take it.
So I met Joe back in March, and I will tell you, there was something very special about Joe from the moment I spoke to him. I had even pulled Jonathan aside and said, there is something just special about him. Joe is the type of person that shows up. He is authentic and he is genuine, and he truly leaves, when he leaves a room, there is happiness left behind. Just he pours into other people all the time. I just wish that he would be more willing to accept when we pour into him. He is starting to, hear us and start to believe it, but he is amazing he is the most loyal and authentic person I probably know.
Wow, I love you, Kate. That's awesome.
Love you, Joe.
Good morning, Amelia.
Good morning, Emilio.
Good
morning.
morning, family. I'm great to see everyone. I'm like, oh, I know her. I know him. Good to see you all.
Lisa, Jay, do y'all know Emilio?
No.
Okay. Emilio is a wonderful dude that we met at a mastermind
June.
in June. Very cool. In June. Emilio is just so full of life. He's incredible. You've got to get to know him. Hopefully he'll be on these calls with us on a regular basis. I will let Emilio tell y'all a little bit about what he does, how we are connected, and beyond the mastermind. And yeah, give us your spiel. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Hey, guys, thank you so much, Jonathan. Absolutely. I'm so glad to make it here. I'm Emilio Roman. I'm many things, right? Like all of us, right? But, I'm first and foremost, aside of being a dad and a husband, I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. So any veterans here, a shout out to you. I salute every single one of you. That's really where my passion lies, in working with veterans. Outside of that, my wife and I have a company called the Co-Author Network, and we publish books and that sort of stuff. So we love doing that. And that's kind of how Jonathan and I got kind of tethered in the last couple of weeks. But that's kind of like the Reader's Digest version of who I am.
Awesome. Emilio is working with me. This is our forthcoming book right here, and Emilio is the man behind it. He and his wife are helping us get this out to the masses, or to 150 people, however it goes.
Jonathan, thank you for that. And anyone on this call, because I know Joseph and I know your beautiful wife. And Lisa, I don't think we've met. I'm not sure.
We will.
We will.
We will.
I'm going to give every single one of you an opportunity. Jonathan, you were on part of it. We have a weekly show every Tuesday and Thursdays for influencers, authors, and speakers. So because Jonathan invited me, we're on Roku and all these crazy places. I got to put it on a mug. So reach out to me. It is early. It's 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So some people can't get up that early. But we have about 15K viewers a month and rising. And we've been doing this for over a year now. And it's just amazing because people get to connect with others immediately.
I'll be reaching out to you later today.
Okay, awesome, Lisa.
So let's jump back to just minutes before Emilio got on. And for those of you that were complaining, JT, about how early this is, get over it.
Okay, I want to go. It's my turn.
Done that.
Emilio, Lisa, and Jay, they are both in Nevada. Jay's in northern Nevada, Lisa's in southern Nevada. So they are 3 hours before those of us on the East Coast. Very cool. So I apologize. Where were we?
Okay, it's my turn. I'm going to pour into Joe. It's my turn.
Okay. And Emilio, here's where we're at right now. The question on the table is, beyond the titles that others have given you, who are you? So we actually switched it up a little bit. We are pouring into people and letting people know what we see in them.
Is it the title one or the other one?
So let me make sure I understand, Jonathan. Let me know, beyond the titles of business entrepreneur, you're asking the question of who do we think we really are?
That's correct.
That's what okay.
Okay. Y'all help me out. Had we moved on from that one? Were we on to the next one?
Aren't we on where Joe, we said what we thought people would remember us by, and then Kate switched it up, and then we're all going around to saying what we see in that person.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So, Emilio, we had moved on from that question. We are telling what we see in the other people's. We're edifying people right now, edifying people on the group. And Lisa is about to pick on JT.
That's right. And so, it's really cool because what Kate said, she said, what she sees in you, and that's awesome. And you know what, and this receiving of this edification is sometimes not an easy process because we didn't grow up with it. So it's a reprogramming, and I had to teach myself to reprogram. And I just want to tell you, Joe, that I think it's awesome that you show up and you always have a smile on your face, and it's just so great when you pop on. It just makes me light up. I'm like, oh great, Joe's here, and we're at the beginnings of our relationship, so I don't know you very well. All I know is that when I see you on this call on Monday, my face smiles, my heart smiles, and I'm glad you're here. And just a shout out, my son is seeing this live on YouTube. He just sent me a text.
Awesome.
How cool is that?
Great to see you.
Hey, Vincent, get on this call.
Yeah, hop with us, buddy. Hop home.
Thank you, Lisa.
JT, I want to take this since I feel like I know you pretty well now. He and I met initially at Mastermind in Orlando, Florida, December of last year. And I guess I did some things and said some things to really catch his attention. Little did I even realize that had happened. I was just living and being me. But yet then I came to the realization that very clearly I touched his life in some way at that point. It has really grown from there. I don't open my home up to very many people. It's just these walls are the sanctuary of my family. However, Joe has come up here and visited with us and stayed with us several times. And he and I have spent many, many, many hours in the hot tub in my backyard, just discussing life, discussing everything. And JT pours into me so much, I don't think he even realizes. He's going to realize his true value and his superpower. He's already realizing it. He is coming into one with who he really is and getting the crap out of his mind that had been fed to him and that was in the past controlling him. He's getting past it. So who I see you as, dude, the sky's the limit. You are far more than just a fire guy. And I'll tell you, when you're running a multi-million-dollar pressure washing company, you're far more than just a pressure washing guy. That's just what you do. That's not who you are. There, I mean, as successful as Emilio is with the co-author network, as successful as Kate is with Teachers Pay Teachers, and Jay is with insurance, and Lisa is with everything in life that Lisa does. That's just what we do. That's not who we are. You are a true friend. You are a great person. And dude, I'm telling you, you see yourself through my eyes. You see yourself through Kate's eyes, because we gossip about you.
It may be because our 6-year-old asks me every day, when is Joe going to be here? He gets off the bus
You made a
and
friend.
says, when is Joe going to be here? And the day Joe left, I warned Van that that Joe was going home. And he gets off the bus and goes, Mommy, when is Joe coming back to be here forever? So literally he pours into our kids all the time, that they want to be around him, and that joy just radiates off of him.
It does. And, you know, Kate, the old house that we were looking at, the one that was 11,000 square feet, now I'm understanding why we needed that house. I mean, yes, the house was great. The house was gorgeous. We both liked it. And I had that obsession with a 10,000 square foot plus home. But now we see we're going to adopt Joe. Thank God he's of age, so it's not funny, you know, we're not responsible for him and all that. And then apparently we're adopting Abby. So, you know, we just keep picking up kids and people, not saying you're a kid, Joe, but you know, compared to us, look at the gray hair.
Dan did ask if he could go pick out where Joe's tiny home was going to go.
That's hilarious.
On the acreage. So, yeah.
Yep.
That's
Oh, good. I
hilarious.
can have a tiny home too.
Come on, bring it. We have 4.5 acres. Let's go. Let's go. You're just in woods, so go ahead and be prepared for spiders and snakes.
I'm not coming.
That's just Georgia for you, though, Lisa. We have snakes of every kind here. It's just part of it.
I just play it. That's the best part about Vegas. There's no bugs.
All right. Jay and Emilio are left to go. Who are we picking on first?
Hey, either way.
Okay, well, we'll pick on you since you're big on my screen right now.
There you go.
So I'll go first because I probably had the most history with Jay. Jay and I met at a Marshall Silver event. There's free publicity for you, Marshall. We were in Inner Circle together, right? Inner Circle 69.
Yep.
Very cool.
You had to say that number, right?
I was at 69, and Kate, what were you and I at? 71 or 72?
72.
72. So, Jay, you were aware I went back to Inner Circle again.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Very cool. So, Jay and I initially met at Marshall's Bottom Line. It's called Turning Point program out in Las Vegas. And then he signed up for Next Level, which is his highest tier program. And so
Inner Circle is his highest level.
that's exactly what I said. I don't know what you heard. So Jay, myself, and I don't know, 10 or so other people were at Marshall's house in Carlsbad, California, and we got to know each other. That is a very intimate group and a very intimate setting. So you get to know the people in your group very well. In fact, I think that we had 12 people there, if I remember correctly.
Sounds right. Yeah.
of that, I think there's only 2 people that I don't communicate with still to this day.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's just, you really build, and that's not just at that one, that's at all of them. I mean, Emilio, I met at a mastermind. Kate, I met, that doesn't matter. Everyone here I met at a mastermind. And Jay, he's incredible. His wife was with him at Turning Point, and they really made a statement. And he is just a very kind, caring, compassionate person. If you need insurance, I'm not sure if you can do insurance across state lines, but Emilio, Lisa, JT, if y'all need insurance, Jay's your man. Y'all have experienced him for 2 or 3 weeks now on this call, and he is just such a nice guy. I mean, he's full of life, he's full of knowledge, he's full of wisdom. He's awake at 6 o'clock in the morning, and that in and of itself, good for you.
Yeah, kudos.
Right.
Kate brought him up over the past week. She's like, I really like him. I really like that guy, Jay. So, I mean, you're just a friendly guy. You draw people in. People want to be around you. And clearly cats want to be around you too, which I'll forgive you for that. But, I mean, you're just a great guy. Great guy to know, great guy to get to know even more through these calls and even off these calls. And, I mean, it's a real pleasure and joy to know you.
Thank you.
I met Jay at CSI training in Carlsbad almost a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
September of last year. And I tend to be one of those that kind of sits back a little bit. I'm always very observant and taking things in and just kind of read the room very well. And I will tell you that Jay stuck out to me as a very genuine person. Very much, Jay likes to pour into other people, and he definitely is. In the short amount of time that I have spent with him, he is a great listener in the fact that he is hearing what you are saying and providing feedback based on that. And it's not Jay trying to sell you anything or views. He's truly listening and giving you true and honest feedback. And I feel that Jay is one of those that is constantly pouring into people in a very positive way. But also I feel like he wants people around him to have growth. And I just see him as such a strong, but nothing over the top about Jay in his approach. And that is what I love about him. He is very approachable, very easy to talk to, very, it's a very easy conversation with him. And that's what, even though I haven't known Jay, I mean, I've known him a year, but really time spent, I knew that from within him saying 3 or 4 sentences that he was someone that I could connect with and I could have conversations with. And I love that Jay's part of this community.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Pleasure to have you. Emilio. I know 3 of us know Emilio. So I'll take this one first. I'll take this first. And then I know that we have Kate as well. Best for last, in my opinion. Gotta kiss her rear end. She's my wife. Hey, all right. So
Wait. Doesn't Emilio say what he thinks first, and then we edify him?
thank you, Lisa. Emilio, who are you?
Listen, thank you all. I'm loving this call. This was, I looked at my planner. I'm like, oh my God, I just got back from a 3-day event, right? In Delaware. And I was like, Jonathan, I have him down 9 o'clock. And I'm like, and then I didn't put down show. I didn't put down the Zoom link. So I was like, whoa, I remembered. So who am I? How you just say? How do I identify myself?
It is give you. Who are you?
Who are okay? So outside of the labels, right? I mean, I've identified myself as a United States Marine Corps veteran, a father, an entrepreneur. So those are the outside labels. But who I really am is I identify as a man of Christian principles, right? I mean, I grew up Catholic. I was Pentecostal for a little bit, and they were a little too hardcore for me. So I was doing church like 7 days a week. I loved it. I love God, but I just didn't have to go to church 7 days a week. But I stand on really godly principles. And today, like a lot of my business, like you reap what you sow, like I really identify with that. So that's really, really who I am. Now, the other side of me is, I have this thing where I feel like I'm a giver, if you can see what I'm saying. And I'm loyal. The loyalty is the word I'm looking for. And if I pour into you, I just kind of, I've had a hard time to deal with, like, I should just pour into you and not expect anything back. It's just kind of, I guess, the human side of me. And when I've been so loyal to somebody and then they just walk away, I feel hurt. And so those are things that I struggle with. I'm just being candid with you, right? So I guess that's the childlike in me. I'm like, well, I'm taking my football and going home. So that's kind of a little bit about me.
Emilio, just a few months ago, you said June, Kate?
Yeah.
June were we in Orlando or Miami? Miami. No, we were in Orlando the last time.
Yes, we were.
Orlando,
Sorry.
that's how we met.
Okay, so we met in Orlando at a mastermind. And the person you see here on screen is the person we saw there. I mean, just so bubbly, so full of life, so in your face in a good way, in a very, very positive way. Yes, he is a giver, without a doubt. He is the person that I am doing the next book with. And he came to me with offer after offer after offer after I had already told him I was in. And then he's like, hey, let's just do this. I'll add this. I'll add this. I'll add this, which, hey, that's great. Thank you for that, by the way, Amelia. And he is the most down to earth, most full of life person. Some of his videos, he's running around doing his exercises and everything and just still trying to pour into people. And not trying to pour into people, he is pouring into people because there's no state of try. It's either do or do not. And he definitely is. I am so excited about working with him on this book project and going and speaking at his event in January. And I mean, just getting to know his crew, getting to know his people, I'm so looking forward to, because if they are tied in with him, you can look at the person that's leading the group and get a good gauge of the people that are going to be in that group. So I'm connected with Emilio and his wife, Daniela. Which one is it?
Dad. Yeah. It's Daniela.
Daniela. And so, I'm really excited about that. He is such a great guy. We'll get to know him a lot more on the calls in the upcoming weeks, and y'all will see exactly what I'm talking about. Kate, JT, I think y'all are the only other ones that know him, unless Emilio or unless Lisa. I want to give.
I want to go.
Okay, go, Lisa.
So I know I just met you, but I just like your energy, and there's just something about you. You just have the quality. I just want to know you. I want to make a connection with you. I just love your energy, and it's just awesome. I think it's wonderful and nice to meet you. And I just wanted to say that.
Thank you, Lisa. Let's definitely connect. We'd love to connect with every single one of you here offline as well.
I met Emilio one time before this at the mastermind as well. And he is phenomenal. I mean, literally the person you see here is the person he is. He reminds me of an uncle. I have a commercial that he shot me. It is extraordinary. I'll have to share that with you guys. I mean,
I forgot about that.
you're one of the funniest people I've ever met. I mean, I literally got to say, I remember he walked in one night and he would not stop telling me this joke about Mickey and Minnie. I'm not sure if it's appropriate for here, but just
it's appropriate. Go with it. Go for it. It's appropriate.
Emilio's a great time. If you don't know Emilio, you need to know Emilio. That is so true. Absolute legend.
You guys warmed my heart this morning. Thank you.
Hey, I see Alma in the back. What is Alma?
Yeah, no, thank you, brother. And I apologize for not sharing that earlier. AMA is the Author Millionaire Academy. It's our membership for authors, and which you obviously you are a part of here. And the mission is pretty straightforward: to produce the highest income earning authors in the world. And then we have really simple. The vision is one mission, one movement, $1 million. And kind of the last part of that is most of us think that writing a book is the hardest part. And the truth is that's the easiest part, because once the book is done, it's done, right? It's the marketing, Jonathan, that we've been talking about before and afterwards, because most authors only sell 150 to 200 copies. That's it. And so what we've recognized after book after book after book is like, we're done with that. Like, how do you take your book and hit it to the $1 million mark and beyond? And we've done that. We've helped others do it. And we're just like, we've got a system and a formula now. And so now we run with it. Not everybody who's part of AMA does it because they don't do the work, right? Like, you got to do the work. And that's why I'm so proud of you, Jonathan, because you're taking these calls and I can already see where you're going with your book. Mm-hmm. Like, this is what it takes. 5 or 6 people on the call. If people you invite show up, they show up. If they don't, they don't, but you keep going with that. So thank you for allowing me to share that.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Teach. There you go. You're back.
Okay. I met Emilio in June, and the biggest thing about him is you always know when Emilio has walked in the room. Like, it doesn't matter if you're across the building and you're in a deep conversation, you're going to know when he shows up, because his energy is just bubbling over. And that is just, it's real. It's who he is. And just knowing he's walked into the room, it just makes you smile. So.
No doubt.
Thank you for those kind words. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And then the last one that we have on this one is Kate. So, beyond the titles that others have given you, who are you?
We're not on that question. You keep going back to it.
Then answer the question we're on.
Okay. So the things that people will probably remember about me are being a schedule keeper, a mom, a wife, supporter, probably somewhere in there organized and a little anal retentive about cleaning, I'm sure. I would hope that people would see that I'm driven, and that I want to be supportive and there for other people. And that at my core, I will always be a teacher, and I will always want to work with kids and better kids and teach them love and compassion.
Very cool. JT, take it. What do you see about my wife?
I mean, Kate is amazing. She's so loving and supportive. A lot of people I feel like people don't see this in her, but she's so strong. But because she's so loving and supportive, it's hidden in there. But she's so strong, and you could tell through her loving and support how strong she is. Because there's a lot of times that, like Kate was saying before, I don't see things in myself. And the way that she treats me, I can feel it in myself.
Very cool.
So yeah, that's what I love about Kate. I don't even know if it's a question anymore.
I've lost the question. What is the question again, babe?
What you think people remember about you.
Okay, okay, cool.
I did it.
remember you as what?
Nothing.
I will remember you, even though you will far outlive me. I will remember you as a great wife and supportive. I mean, if there is one word that I could choose to explain my wife, it's supportive. And I know there's, the politically correct answer is loving and all this type of stuff. Yes, all that too. However, supportive. This is my second marriage, and the last one was not supportive at all. And there's an old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman. True. Because even in those times, I mean, I put out this persona that everything's always great, everything's always wonderful. It's not. And there are times where she has to turn her boot sideways and stick it straight up my ass to get me. And it's like, what? No. And that's where we complement each other well, because those times when I'm weak, she's strong, and she says, you know what, Buttercup, suck it up, get up, let's go. And when she's weak, I'm strong. So, we complement each other very well, I feel, in that area. But supportive, that is the single biggest word that I can use for my wife. And yes, all the other accolades. She's a great mom of all our kids. Clearly, Joe, I don't know if we consider him another kid or if we consider him a brother. And Abby, since we're clearly, adopting her, but she's great mother to our 8 kids now. We need a bigger house. Clearly, we're just going to keep collecting these things. So yeah.
Well, I want to go. So Kate, I think that you're awesome, and I see your strength clearly. It's crystal clear to me that your strength, and the beauty of your strength is that you are very strong, and that you use kindness to you get it across through kindness, and you hold your ground. And I think that's totally amazing and awesome. And it's a beautiful trait to have. You're very strong. I see it. And you're very supportive of Jonathan, but you say, well, and you can see, well, we're not going there. Like you can see the line, and which is so beautiful.
Very cool.
Jonathan, if you don't mind, I have a 10 o'clock, but I would like to share my perspective. And thank you, Lisa, for sharing that. And you know what, Katie, Kate, it's interesting because I say that on my lives. I say it to my beautiful, supportive wife. So, Jonathan, you and I are kindred spirits there. My wife supports all of my crazy ideas, and I have ideas all the time. Hey, babe, I'm going to do this. And she just looks at me, she'll kind of like, nod. and so, but I can see it. Like, she doesn't say, oh, that idea sucks. But I could just tell when she was like, why don't we just finish working on the last 2 ideas you had last week? And as you know, as creatives, right? Because I believe all of us on this call, we're creators, right? As entrepreneurs, we're looking to solve problems, right? Because I truly believe, like many of us, that just about every problem out there in the world can be solved by entrepreneurs. I don't expect government to do it. I don't expect religion to do it. But entrepreneurs like you and I right here, we have the answers and solutions to a lot. So, Kate, I saw that in you when I met you for the first time, that when Jonathan was on stage and you had the kids, right? There was a way you looked at them. There was a way you were clapping. There was an energy that I was like that while we were all clapping too, but we didn't know him that well. There was something in you that just kind of echoed like, yeah, that's my man on stage, and I absolutely love that. So that's what I got from you, loving and supporting.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, I have to make an egress, but please, I want to connect with you, Lisa, please. And it say Jaden?
You're very close. Jedon.
Listen,
Yep.
we'd love to connect with you guys. Okay? Offline.
Absolutely.
Jay, thanks, or Emilio, thanks for coming. We look forward to seeing you again next week. And I'll be speaking with you through the week, clearly.
Well,
Thank-
definitely. So thank you guys. Thank you for allowing me, and thank you for all the edification. God bless you all.
Pleasure having you, buddy.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
All right, I think we're down to Jay, and then we'll close out.
Sounds good. We met was obviously first time, it was CSI training. And I really had two terms I would use. It was supportive. It was that support driven individual. I saw you beside Jonathan. You were there to support him, to help him grow in the direction he was growing. Meanwhile, you were being filled with life at the same time. We saw that transformation, I think, a little bit at that event. And I think that might have been a catalyst event for where you guys are going as a couple today. And not getting a lot of opportunity to have conversation at that time. This has been absolutely wonderful to get to know everybody even so much better. Yeah, Kate, I definitely see the teacher, the educator in you. And it just comes right back to that purpose driven. I have these deeper meanings, these greater purposes, and I'm going to help people achieve what it is that they're looking for in life, right? I'm going to help guide them along that way. Like you were describing how you sensed it about JT the very first time you met him. And I will say you were probably the relentless one, not Jonathan, in developing that relationship, purpose driven.
That would be correct. Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you all for being here, and thank you all for watching. And leave your comments below for those of you that are watching. Let us know if you saw it live or by hitting #live, or if you're watching the replay by hitting #replay. Remember, you are loved. Together, teamwork makes the dream work. We'll see you again next Monday. Go to our website at www.thoughtprovokingchange.com. And we also have a Facebook page at Thought Provoking Change. So we will look forward to seeing you next week, and have a great week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye, Joe.
Adios.
Are we done?
I'm not sure yet.
You're still going live, babe.
No,
Bye. Bye, Lisa.
Bye. Bye.
see you, Lisa.